Yo dudes and dudettes, welcome back. I hope you all made it through the last few days. Probably was a little rough. If this was your first trip, if you're in the 2020 to 2021 crypto class, this was probably your first real battle with some fear. You know, we've seen some sell-offs, but this is the biggest one so far in this run. So let's take a look at the charts today. We're going to be looking for supports. We're going to be looking at the macro. We're going to start zoomed out. Of course, we're going to be doing all those things you guys likely needed the last few days. I do want to apologize. Well, I'm not really sorry, but I'm sorry I wasn't here for you. If you've been following the streams and if you're in the Discord, you would have known the last week-ish, I can say last week, the lady had some corrective eye surgery, nothing life-threatening or anything like that, but I severely underestimated how long recovery would take. So I've been taking care of her, the house, the dog, everything. I've just been overloaded. I know the timing's weird with this selling off, but unrelated. We're here. We're back. So let's get into it. I love this background, but I'm going to retire it soon. So boop, there we are. That might be the last time you see it. Okay. So let's start it off right, guys. Smash that like button for the new stream. We got 60 likes, 140 watching. Pretty good. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Smash the bell. Enable notifications. Join the Discord. Check out the Patreon. You guys know the shill. We're not going to spend time on that. We're not going to spend too much time on that. So here we are. Let me make sure everything's running. We're not dropping frames yet. That's a plus. I do want to welcome our newest patron, Justin. Justin C., what's up, man? Hopefully you're watching out there. There we go. I guess YouTube plays an ad at the start, so we just have to wait like 30 seconds before everybody gets to join in. So I see the numbers are coming in now. We're here. Right on. All right. All right. Hope you guys are doing okay. I need to figure out. I need to hotkey this stupid stream marker. I won't complain about it right now. So starting zoomed out, as we love to do. Here's Bitcoin on Coinbase. Started trading in 2014. Here we are today, 2021. This is a pretty one-sided chart. This is a yearly candle chart, something we don't look at too often here. But when we're having these times, we always have to zoom out, get a macro picture. Here it is. There is a more macro history. BLX or the new SATS USD. I am preparing a video at some point on that. That'll be funny. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But really, the more you zoom out, the more you see the exact same price action. So it's not, maybe it's not that helpful. This looks a lot like 2000. It's all the way over there because I have to scale it. Looks a lot like 2017, 18, 19, 20, doesn't it? However, this was back in 13. So here we are to present day. I think we can pretty much just discount these levels down here. Not going to be super important. So when we look at the yearly, we only have 2 levels, arguably 3. Now, you know what? Arguably 4. Let's go with 4. Let's make it complicated. So what we have is the bear market support. We see this down here all the way for just about $4,000. We tested it 1, 2, 3 years essentially in a row. This level unlikely, at least if we look at Bitcoin history, to ever be seen again or traded at. But there's some more. There's some more here. We do have, from 2017's close, 13,836. Now, this is a level, if you guys have been long-time Crown fans, you probably remember me, tinfoil hat, yelling about way before we even got to that level, back in, oh, geez, October, maybe even years before that. Monthly / we can see this here, yearly support. We were looking for a backtest of this. We never got it. I'm not saying that we're going for it here, but it's something to keep an eye on. You know, we're zoomed out. We're looking at all the possibilities. We can see this is a very significant level to price action for at least 3 years, if not 4. So we have 2 more price points here. We have the all-time high. Just under 65,000, way ahead. Way ahead of anything that we would have thought 6 months ago, 7 months ago. But here we are. So that is just going to act as our de facto resistance for this zoomed out look. And there's one more level people aren't really paying that much attention to, but we're of course going to look at it here today. So that is the yearly open. The yearly open, I'm going to designate this here with a little dashed white line. There it is, 28,990. We've traded at near these levels very recently, but this is an important level no one is talking about. Nobody. The sell-off we saw reached down to 30,000 pretty much to the dime, barely missing the yearly open. Here's my take. Yeah, this will be like a little 2-cent take for everybody now. We're in price discovery. We hit a pretty hard bottom at 30K. Is that the bottom? We don't know. There's nobody who knows out there. There are going to be infinite guesses. Some of those guesses are going to be right. Some of them are going to be wrong. I guess I'll start this as well with, man, I didn't see it going this low. This is just another example of how little that matters. What we can imagine, what we can see. Bitcoin constantly in its history overshooting our targets to the upside and downside. Let's break down the TA a little bit more here, and we'll get to some more thoughts about mid to short-term price actions. Let's zoom this in to the quarterly. What a beautiful time. A beautiful, beautiful time frame. Not really anything else here. This does show us one more level. I think this is 10,500-ish. Good enough. Yep. As support. Nothing else really there. We have our quarterly close. Boom, done. 58.8. This is our most important value in my mind right now to the upside. 58,800. To the downside, 28,990. This is the range of trading that we are going to likely, I don't know, be looking for answers for. A break of 58.8, and in my opinion, we are going back into price discovery higher. A break of 28.9, and things get a little murky. That would be somewhat unusual. Let's look back here. You can see that these red quarterly candles, though I'm not even claiming that we're going to close this quarterly red, but we can see that that has happened before. What is this? Q1 2016. Q3 2016. These are quarterly candles. This is 3 months of trading. So first answer here that's on everyone's mind is, have we seen this before? Does this destroy a bull run? The answer, I think, is pretty obviously right here. No, we've seen this before. This doesn't destroy a bull run. Simply a red quarterly candle that has more than a month to go. That's all we have on the quarterly, yeah. That's all we have on the quarterly, right? Good. Moving on. Quarterly, by the way, ends at the end of June. July being a long coveted target date I've had. I can't really take credit for it, but since no one else really knows where it's from, I am going to take credit for it for now. 100K by July. End of July. That was my target. We'll see. Here we are on the monthly. This is where everyone's looking now. This does not look great, right? This is scary. Spooky. We closed April as this tiny little doji candle. Now we saw lower lows. This is the first month we've seen lower lows, actually, since, I believe it's September of last year. So rightfully, you guys are probably experiencing a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of feelings here, man. I am no exception to that. Sure, I might experience them not in the same way as you guys, but everything going on in my life in the last week or so, I've been pretty stressed out, and combined with price action that we've seen, it's not the source of me being stressed out, but certainly did not help. So you're not alone if you've been experiencing some not so great feelings. We've had a 53% retrace from 65,000 to 30,000. That's pretty significant. This is not unseen again in a bull run. However, it is important to note, bears, here you go. Here's what you want to hear here, I'm assuming. Well, this is not the first time we've seen retracements like this. You know what? This SAT index, I like it, but man, it is hard to see. We're going to open up a BLX here, just on the fly. BLC, apparently. BLX, there we go. Months, down to a month. Here we are. So let's take a look at these retracements. We've done it before, but let's take a look at it again. Maybe we'll have to look on the weekly. There we are. We have seen retracements like this in the past. Let's see, right here. Boom. 2012, 50% roughly on the dot retracement. Not out of the ordinary. 45%. I think there's actually multiple more. There's more. I think there's more than a handful of these 40 to 50% guys. 71. Let's see, what else have we got? Right here. So I think what everyone's really looking at... Oh, wait, you're right, you're right. I'll finish up with the Bears, because I know the Bears are excited. We've seen 51% retraces. We've seen deeper. We've seen deeper than 51. So that doesn't necessarily destroy a bull market, but this is what the Bears are waiting to hear me say. Yes, I'm going to say, guys, we're here for charts. My personal opinion on Bitcoin and where it's going, irrelevant to what it's actually going to do here. So here's what the chart is showing us. Last cycle, 2016, 2017, I don't believe that we saw a retracement this deep. I think that in the mid 40s was kind of where we topped out, right? 38, 32, 39, 40. This one might be a little bigger, 40. So in the last cycle, we did not see any 50% retracements, as far as I can tell, and that fits my memory correctly. So that is different. That is something different now versus 16, 17. But it doesn't necessarily contradict the rest of Bitcoin history. So we do see retracements like this, however, it was farther back. These were earlier cycles. We're talking 2011, 2012, 2013. I'm not going to draw any conclusions for you guys. You guys, I'm sure, already have an answer in your head you want to hear. But this isn't the first time, but it is a little unsettling that we didn't see this in the last cycle. You know that I am a huge fan of using the previous cycle as an example, as a guide of what I'm looking for this time. And unfortunately, this is probably the first kind of thing we're running into here where it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit what we were looking at. It's not a comforting feeling, not gonna lie. All right, back to the monthly here. This is kind of what I'm looking at. March 2020. Everyone remembers this, whether you're in crypto or not. Everybody remembers March. We did see a 63% retracement. So technically, here's what we can say. Depending on where you view the bull market starting, that could be the end of 2018, early 2019, off of the low, I know, 3,100. You could then also say, well, actually, I think the bull market started in March at the bottom of this wick. Depending on how you look at it, we could say, well, we have seen a 63% retracement. So that 53 isn't quite as big as it sounds. Here's the next logical question. Where is 63% then? Good question. I didn't even know the answer. I just thought of it. Looks like about 24, 25,000. That would be an equal sell-off to March 2020. Is it not going to read? This is not going to read. I'm glad it's not going to read. It's going to get me off track. I love you guys. Thank you guys for contributing to the stream, tipping. I appreciate it. We will get to all of the super chats in between then and now. I just want to get through this. I don't know why I didn't read anyway. But stay tuned. We'll get to all of my promise. I have a list here. Even if it's not $10, we're doing $10 for a request, but even if it's not 10, I'll still read it. And if it's something not like opening up a whole new chart and doing TA, we'll do our best to answer it. So here's what we're looking at. The important note for this equal retrace to March is that it is below the yearly open. That is pretty much the reason or pretty much the reason I view that yearly open as an important value. Again, 28,990. Just above the previous all-time high of about 20,000. That would be a pretty sneaky level. In fact, I think I can take it up a notch. If we see 28.9 break the yearly open, 24, probably the next level I would be looking for. Of course, there's the all-time high previously right below it. And really, dudes, there's almost nothing under 20K. So you get to 20,000. I'm not suggesting this is what I think is going to happen. We're just going through the probabilities. If we do see a deeper retracement here, we only have so many values that we're going to look at. We have 20,000. Unlikely, in my opinion, the least likely area to find support. In traditional markets, that would probably be the most likely area. But this is crypto, and crypto, man, it does not do things nicely. So if we break 28.9, I'd probably be looking for 24. If 24 breaks, that's when it gets interesting. I don't believe that 20,000 is going to act as a clean support. If it did, we might see just a quick trading capitulation kind of thing. But below that, we only have so many values. So we have 17.1. This was a big number that we were looking for a long time ago. Around the same time, we were looking for 13.8. The projection that we were looking for from $9,000 to $10,000 back in September, we were looking for a rally to 17.1 and then a retracement to 13.8 to back test that support. We didn't get it. We just ran. We never looked back. So 17.1 possible, much more likely in my opinion than 20,000 if we do in fact explore these levels. And below that, wouldn't that be ridiculous, man? If after all this time we did end up coming back to here. The major supports, and this is where you can have very strong confidence that Bitcoin, almost regardless of what happens, would find extremely strong support. And that is that 13.8 number down to 10.7. I don't believe at all that we're going to go to 10,700. But if we do, the support there is absolutely phenomenal. I myself would be a buyer at 10, 10.7, 10.5. This was a number we battled with forever, man. After the cycle top in 2017, February and March, I remember trading around those levels, closing below. 2019 was really exciting. Traded up to that 13.8, sold back to, again, that 10.7, 10.5 area. We found resistance again there in October of that year, and then I believe one more time in February, right before the crash. This was the ultimate hurdle. Once we got over this 10.7 area, things looked a lot better. This was battled over as resistance. It was tested as support on the monthly. I think it is unlikely to ever break. I almost, don't speak in definites, but unlikely to ever break. I honestly don't think it'll be tested either, but we're going through the possibilities today because you guys want to just see the charts. You don't want my bias. How would that help you? We're looking at the charts. So we have some levels below us that are established, that have logical reasoning. So what you guys are thinking is, so what do I do, Tom? You just spent God knows how long talking about levels. What am I supposed to do? Well, guys, I don't give financial advice, so I'll give you my opinion. If I were new to crypto, if I didn't have a position or I just started building a position when this happened, what I would do is the same answer I have for everyone who asks me in my personal life, asks me in professional life, how do I get into crypto? DCA, dedicated cost average. I have a video on it on the stream or on the playlists, the educational playlist, if you guys want to check that out after the show. And what it really is just a systematic over time accumulation. That can be done every week. It could be done every day. I think typically people do kind of like every paycheck, so bi-weekly, monthly, whatever. And it is, in practice, just with no regard to price. And what that does is it smooths out volatility, it reduces risk, and over time has been proven to be extremely successful, not just in crypto, but in any investing. In general, numbers go up, whether that's to economic expansion or inflation, population, and growth. It doesn't really matter. Markets over time trend up. They don't only trend up, as we see, but in general, overall, markets trend up. And so by DCAing, eventually price escapes your cost average. It's a very safe but slow and really not gratifying way to enter anything. So I understand people's reluctance, but that is my answer here. I think I can add on top of that is if 40,000, that's where we're at right now. If 40,000 is lower than your cost basis, which really means you started in crypto after February 8th of this year. So I'm sure a lot of you viewers out there that applies to you. Not everyone, but in the majority or in the macro view of investors in crypto, that's not a huge percent of people. But if that's you, price is lower than your cost average. That doesn't mean you want to go all in with every penny you have, sell your house, sell your wife. No. What it does mean is you can look to make some kind of calculated purchase. Some kind of calculated purchase to start that DCA process. I'm actually a fan of DCA in crypto in a little bit tweaked way, and I think this is worth sharing today because this goes to the what should I do question that everyone's going to ask. Instead of DCAing based on time, I trade in a way that reflects this concept is I DCA based on price. So what I could do here, and in my opinion would probably be the smartest move, is I would look to layer orders, buy orders, splitting up whatever capital I didn't need, I could afford to lose between these levels that we've identified. Each one has a potential for support if we do seek lower. If we don't, that 40,000 is lower than your cost basis. You've made a purchase, you've lowered your cost basis, and then by definition, price goes up. Because the other ones don't fill. So I like to cost average via price, doing so at supports, at major supports. That is my answer to everyone. Do I think? Well, let's do this. Add the stream marker. Is Bitcoin going up now? Is the dip over? I would say the probability of it being over is greater than not. There we go. The chart looks ugly, man. I'm not going to lie to anybody. Chart looks ugly. But the probability of the low being in, I think, is greater than it not. Could we see a test of that yearly open? Absolutely. Slightly lower low. We've seen that happen a lot. However, I don't know. We were following this fractal. The fractal played its part. It was valuable. It did what we wanted it to do. It gave us a guide for trading. If you followed that fractal, actually, your shorts could, theoretically, they'd still be open. They at least wouldn't be stop lost. But price fell out of where I was looking. So I'm going to say it. I was wrong. I was wrong, guys. I'm not afraid to admit I'm wrong. That's part of growth. I don't know. Can't be right all the time. If only I could be right sometimes. That'd be cool. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, nobody knows. Nobody really knows. So let's get back to this. I got a tangent there. So on the weekly, here we are. We have more levels. As we zoom in, we'll find more levels of support and resistance. And here's the catcher. Here's the catch, I guess. The larger the time frame, the more significant these resistances and supports are going to be. Those yearly, quarterly, monthlies, those are going to be massive. Those are where I would look if I was in that position to add at those massive, strong levels. As we zoom in here, weekly's still pretty good, but daily, we'll get closer and closer. They're going to become weaker and weaker and less confident than these larger time frames. So here on the weekly below us, and we can see that potentially, this is not guaranteed, but potentially we have seen these weekly support levels hold. We saw trading down below. We can see here by January's weekly close highs, 38.1, by the weekly close low, 32.3.
Treat yourself, yo lady, and the bean throwing kisses party popper, party popper, party popper.
What's up, my man? Love you, Sharknado. Love you, man. I will say the Sharknado brother, you saw lower lows than I did, man. We're not at a 10K yet. I don't think we're going there. But dude, yeah, you know, lots of people thought we were going lower when I didn't. So I'll give you the what is it? Ego stroke, or I don't know. I love you, man. Thanks for the 50, and thank you for thinking about the lady. Appreciate you. And by the way, reminder, guys, we're gonna get through all the super chats and stuff after, and we're almost done with this part. So Weekly, we have these levels, and arguably, we have 3 days left, so there's not any conclusion really to be drawn. That's more than enough time to see lower lows. That's more than enough time to open back up, see some buying, and even flip this weekly candle. That is a possibility. So this adds to us, or adds to our chart, another important level, and these levels I mark as white dotted lines, where these are essentially just reminding me this is the price level where a candle will flip from green to red or red to green. So we're just going to add a little W here. There we go. 46,450, a number that seemed low a few, 2-3 weeks ago, now seems out of reach. It's actually not very far. But we have sold below those supports. We saw buying come in to some degree, and now price is back above. A candle close on the weekly here in 3 days and 3 hours above 38.1 would be not confirmation, but it would be enough to say, hey, that support held, at least for now. So the weekly could look worse. I know it's hard to say because it looks freaking terrible, but it could look worse the closer that we can move towards 46,450, the better. I would love to see this weekly close above. There's something magic here we need to take a look at, and that's the 20 weekly moving average. And man, does it look like crap. Last week closed below it. We've been expecting kind of a test of it for a long time. Dude, Streamlabs being so weird. Did it just say realm? That's it. I love you too, Josh. Last week we closed below it. We opened this week below it and the bottom fell out. That's not good. We have traded below it multiple weekly candles before in past bull runs, so that is not a difference. It's not something we haven't ever seen before, but that doesn't look good. 48,911, really the weekly target we're looking for. High probability short there, to be honest. You guys, I don't throw out shorts. Man, what's that word? I don't throw them out lightly because I bet up. But we see a weekly resistance level there. Was support. Could be then resistance now when tested. That's lining up with that 20 weekly moving average. That's a high probability short. We could look to hedge our positions with a short position there, obviously taking into account risk management properly and not doing so if we don't know how to do that. And really where we can look as well, we can stop it at the high or we can stop it at the lower high. Both of these would be actually really solid technical trades to attempt. Do so at your own risk, not financial advice. But we can see that this is going to be a tough level. This is going to be a tough level. That weekly resistance and 20 weekly moving average, no bueno. I'm going to feel way better about things once we're back above here. So I think that's pretty solid here on the week. The weekly momentum still looks like crap. We don't have any signs of it waning. I'm not even sure where this weekly would have to kind of close to show signs of waning. I think honestly above the 20. And so that is a little out of reach for now. RSI here, there is a little bit of hope, though I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like what I'm seeing. We do have bullish divergence, basically. We do have bullish divergence of some kind, as we don't have our lowest point in price here. We do have a higher low versus September 2020, but a lower RSI. We have bullish divergence. We're kind of flirting with it, but it's not. I mean, until we retake that 20, it's going to be hard to trust, honestly, any kind of bullish signal at the moment. Yeah. All right, we're good. We're good, right? I think let's look at the 50 here quick. So the 50 weekly moving average, this is lining up pretty well with that yearly open. I think that if we do test the yearly open price, the 50 weekly is likely to be overlapping, adding support to that level. If we do, I think that timing would likely line up pretty well. And that would really be our last bastion of defense before we start looking at these lower supports. I think, let's see, we can see that the 50 weekly was not tested in the previous bull market. So that would be a difference. That would be probably concerning. We can see that it actually was only tested after the peak had been in. Big difference here, though, if you can kind of imagine the sell-off from 2017, very explosive. Saw price virtually only move up for a month, 200+%, and then very quickly get sold off. This is different. This is not the same as what we're seeing here. This was weeks and weeks kind of consolidating at this high price. Not typical of a bull market top at all. It doesn't even really look like the 2019 top. This really looks like nothing to me outside of maybe one of these kind of consolidation retracement periods. You can see they're characterized by lots of sideways trading, a fallout at the end, and then a move to the upside. You can see that here really clearly. You can see that here pretty clearly. It doesn't really fit anything. That's really the only kind of comparison we have. So I'm going to say this. I hope we don't test the 50. If we do, I hope we find support there. But maybe we're just looking at a different kind of bull run. You can see that the resistance up here was tested a lot. So when we do get back above the 20, fingers crossed, and close a weekly there, I don't think that the 65,000, 60,000 level is going to provide too much resistance. I know that's probably counterintuitive, only because we've seen so many tests of it. People who were looking to sell there sold. The only real resistance we should, in theory, encounter is people who bought this dip and then are looking to pocket the difference. That's going to be the only real kind of organic resistance, in my opinion, at that level. There's just too much trading. Too much time to unload there. Yeah, so weekly, not my favorite time frame right now. Let's check out this daily. So things are starting to zoom in. The daily, not looking too much better than the weekly. Here's my hope for today. 200 daily moving average right here. You can see it overlapping with price virtually. Where? Yeah, let's even add labels here so we can get this exact number. 39,939. Very close to where we're trading right now, 40,000. That's a margin of error difference. There's no calling. There's just no calling it right now. A close above the 200 obviously would be more bullish. A close below could be a rejection, especially with the top wick that we've seen today. And that may suggest we go to retest the low or lower lows. That's not the best. I would like to retake. I'd like to retake that. With 3 hours left, we have plenty of time. We have another one of these pivot points for the daily. Right there. 42,865. Any close above that today, and we have bullish engulfing candle. That wouldn't be bad. You know what? I hate to do this, but I forgot the monthlies. No, I didn't. I just made it red for some reason. There we go. So here we are. Here are all the important values, in my opinion. That's it. We got up here the monthly engulfing target, 58.8. We got the weekly, 46,450. And then we got the daily at 42,665. In this battle for this 200 daily. I'll tell you what, though. With the way the moving averages look above price here on the daily, you can see the 50, the 20, and the 100 are all curling down. Not ideal. The 20 has already crossed bearishly. We see the 50 kind of looking to cross the 100. While I don't take that as a bullish signal in any way, what I can say is price has escaped these moving averages so far that to back test them is highly likely. So if we are going to go lower, if we're going to go explore down here, I do believe we come back up to meet the 20, probably even the 50 and the 100. That may put in a lower high again. That would be, for me, the really bearish signal. So at the moment, this will change because we're not there yet, but about 51.5. I expect that we will move back towards 50, upwards of 51.5, I guess, to back test these moving averages. It's, for whatever reason, just the way charts seem to work. Price really never seems to escape them forever. And how fast it moved away, man, that's telling me we're likely going to test them. A rejection, though, things are going to get ugly if we reject from them. So What a day. What a day, right? All right, so I think we're pretty good here on the macro. Pretty good here on the macro. I'll take this. Maybe we close today with waning selling momentum. I'll take it. It's the least Bitcoin can do. It's the least it can do. Nice, that was pretty good. If you zoom out, you'll notice as well, or I guess zoom in, you'll notice that all these other time frames, the 12-hour here, it looks really similar. All those moving averages are up there. Prices run away from it. It's just hard to imagine a chart where price doesn't at least do something like this. I don't know what path it'll take. It can do whatever. But come up to these levels to test them. That's when it gets dangerous. I don't find it so dangerous here with this big bottom wick. It's not as threatening. What's threatening is if we don't see the power needed when we backtest these levels. That's gonna get me a little nervous. So we'll see. Here we are. So here we are. That's pretty in-depth, right? Nice. It's nice. Let's look at total here really quick. So total is the entire market cap, not just Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin dominance has been dropping, Bitcoin's actually influencing this less as it's a smaller percent of the market. Does total look as bad? Total looks pretty bad too. I think it does look more bullish than Bitcoin though. And that's really where my hope is here. Currently in a bearish engulf monthly on total. Weekly, okay, here's where I was looking for is, while Bitcoin is under its 20 weekly moving average, total is not. This is an important thing to consider. It's definitely at support. You can see on the weekly here consolidation for a long time. Selling brought us under the 20. Buying's brought us back up, and we're actually right back to that support. So weekly close on total could actually be a great sign, maybe not specifically for Bitcoin, but for the market as a whole. And this is what I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching total. Why? I don't want to say this, but I think it's starting to be obvious that maybe it's more important than just Bitcoin. And I think that makes sense. I just don't like saying it. But it's a welcomed sight to see total still up there. And so that is probably kind of the biggest bullish argument right now for me. Other than that bottom side wick on the daily, total is keeping my hopes up, especially with the close above support. That's 1.5 trillion or 1.75 trillion. There's a few other little factors here. Funding rates, we finally saw some slaughtering on these funding rates. Well, let's see. We're still negative on BitMEX, OKX, Huobi. Bybit is at negative 0.11. These rates have actually come down quite a bit. I think during that dip, I saw almost all of these go to 0.25, and I actually saw, I think it was on Leo token. I'm not going to find it now, but I think on Leo token, it was negative 0.7 or something. That means you could collect almost a whole % interest every 8 hours just by having a long open. That's wild. These funding rates have really been influential lately. We were struggling with them. And I think that's a part of the sell-off we saw is each attempt at a new high in the 60,000s, we would see funding shoot up to levels that were unsustainable. When you're looking at 0.1 or something positive funding, that means you're paying like 200%, I think, a year, like APR, to keep that position open. It's just unsustainable. It is welcome. It's another welcome sight to see these fundings low. I guess perpetual contracts are still long. I don't know. But the longer these stay negative, the better, in my opinion. It is not a common sight to see negative funding in general in Bitcoin. And so, and the last thing you want to see, I'll say this, the last thing you want to see is a sell-off and have positive funding. It's just extra pressure. Thank God we don't. Thank God. All right, it gets through everything I wanted to get through. So now let's take a look at the chat. Let's read the super chat, see what people are looking at. We're going to have a little spam extravaganza to see what coin we'll look at next. So here we go. What is up? I don't even think I have the chat pulled up. JV of me. JV. All right. Very calming voice. Thank you, Fighter. How you doing, man? Erica Dobra looking for Dogecoin to the moon. I'm just looking for the spaceship right now. I'm already on the moon, but I lost my spaceship, so... What's up, everybody? I got the chat open for the first time. I appreciate you guys being here. If you're here, send something in the chat. Show me you're here, because I know you guys are probably discouraged when I'm not reading it for a while. Now I'm reading it. What's up, Chris Hobbs? WPG? Civic? Shalon? Tony DeFish, my man's here. What's up, Sharknado? Of course you're here. JFR. Renee Silva. An OG. Good to see you, Renee. How you doing, brah? Regami Alonso Ovo. Aldo Greg D. How you doing, Greg D? Hash Ribbon Signal on BTC. I need to see it, Greg D. What time frame? I'll look at it. What's up, Ryan Lewis, HB, Vesemir, my brother. I feel like we haven't talked to him forever, Vesemir. Where you been? How you doing, dude? D-Back, love your voice and content. Well, I love you being here. Thank you, friend. 1Qubit, how you doing, dude? Arvid, Luke, loving the show. Ben, Mameng, Jory. Can't pronounce that. Can you have $1,000? Yes, you can. Not from me, but you can. 100 Air, I feel you. How you doing, man? Bavo B, Awakening Our Truth, Art Hunter, Pickin' Gaz. Got a sharp. Okay. You're rich. When you're rich, you'll donate me a Bitcoin one day. Ovo Cow, I appreciate the thought. Jitin, hi from India. Hello to you, Jitin. Hello to all of our Indian viewers out there. Great to have everybody from around the world tuning in once again. Roland, Bicars, Robert, Derek. How you doing, Derek Merrill? How you doing, bro? Dirk Van Meer, one of my favorite names to say what's up. Nike Ninja, Barista Bull, Jocelyn B. Wait 5 years. Look at the big map. Yeah, true that. Jeff Doyle, the Doyles are here. Dubnet, Jazzy Orange. We got a ton of people here. Good to see you guys. You got hacked. Sure. When will YouTube take crypto super chats? Not soon enough. Not soon enough. That's the answer. All right. The Robbie Man Show. How you doing, dude? Daily. Greg D. All right, just because Greg D has been here. Been here since the beginning days. We'll take a look at Hash Ribbon. I don't even have this. Hash Ribbon. Hash Ribbons. Let's use this one. Whoa, this is not what I thought it was. I thought Hash Ribbons were moving averages. Let's look at the daily. Hide everything else. Probably pop these bad boys off. Okay, so I don't use this indicator admittedly too often. So what is it saying here? I guess it's suggesting this was a period of selling starting April 27th. And is it? Could it possibly be? Did Greg D bring the hopium? Is it saying that the 17th of May was no longer a selling period? Are we back in a buying period? Let's look back a little bit here. That adds up so far, all the way through this year, no selling periods. Does that make sense? Last selling period? There we go. October, September dump. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Giving the buy signal here. Oh, it's giving signals. I didn't know that. Okay. All right, I dig with it. What's it saying about these? I don't know what these green dots mean. These ones don't say anything. Doesn't give us the buy yet. But they've crossed, so what signal is it waiting for? I wonder. Maybe Greg D will have to give us a lesson on this guy. What? Our SMA short, oscillator long? Let's zoom out, maybe that'll help us. Okay, it looks like it produces these green dots and then produces a blue buy dot. So we haven't gotten the blue buy dot yet. When did this one generate? Okay. Nope, I have no idea. I'm lost. I thought once this green band hit a new high, it would generate it, but that's not true here, so I don't know. Huh. Greg D, can you just throw me some educations? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't have Telegram open. There we go. I opened the Telegram. You can shoot me whatever. I'll read it. I can agree with you there though, without looking at anything, man. This is my opinion, but there's just no way I believe that this bull run is over. I know that's probably hard for some people to believe. It just, nope. And it's not because I don't want it to or something. It just doesn't fit anything, especially with what's going on in the space developmentally, development-wise, I don't know, institution-wise, kind of like players involved. This smallest bull run ever in history by like a magnitude, it just doesn't add up. I do welcome everyone to be bearish if they're bearish. I'm not gonna, hate on you, but no, I don't think so either, my friend. It's coming. I guess you're looking. I opened up Telegram. I didn't get the message. The green dot's capitulation. Blue is buy. Okay, so it's suggesting capitulation, which would make sense. I mean, you look at this wick, there's some kind of capitulation there. To what degree, I don't know. Something that is weird to me is how low the volume is. The volume was so low. I think it did trend up, so overall there is likely more volume here than on these specific dump days, but I kind of was expecting a higher volume day yesterday. Volume surprisingly low. We'll see. Yeah, well, I don't know where the message went. Anyway, let's see. Watch weekly hash ribbons. All right, I already got the hash ribbons up. Let's take a look at the weeks. Weekly suggesting really the same thing. At least that's what I'm seeing. It's doing the green capitulate, not yet blue signal, right? It's transitioned out of this red, which I assume is the capitulation phase. And just like the daily, the bands have crossed. I wonder what the monthly looks like. Nothing. I guess the monthly is still suggesting it's selling. Cool. I haven't used the hash ribbons myself, but maybe I'll start doing it. Yeah, we see that on the 12-hour. I like it. I like it. I like the way this looks in general. It's like a moving average, but a little bit different. I always thought hash ribbons was like many moving averages. I thought it was like part of Market Cipher where it's like the hash ribbony. I don't even know what. Let me just pull it up, make it easier. Is it A? I thought this was hash ribbon. Well, the more you know. The more you know. Let's see. All right, let's get to these super chats. Before we do, there's one thing we're going to do. So I'm going to look at these super chats. We can go over the requests, but here is what I want. If you have a coin you want to look at, and you are in this chat right now, we're going to do this democracy style. First step, hit the like button, and then subscribe, and then join Discord. And then after you've done that, I want you to go ahead. We're going to have a spam session. Just spam the coin you want to see. We're going to get a few options. And then we're going to look at the winner, I guess. I saw CryptoPhase do this. I want to do it. Put a poll up. But I want some ideas. We got Cardano and Dot. Got Double Dot. Monero. Ooh, there's a wild card. Topher. What's up, Topher? ADA. I'm seeing a lot of ADA. We're going to have to... Someone's going to have to beat ADA. I'm looking ADA Vet Dot. Looks like the winner so far. Gotta just spam them. Yeah, usually we don't... We didn't like spamming before, but why not when in Rome? Matic. I'm seeing some Matics. Spam it, spam it, spam it. Ooh, DGB. I like that one. IOTA. SHIB. I don't think I've ever looked at SHIB. I might look at SHIB. We'll throw SHIB on there. We'll do... Here's our 4 choices. We got ADA, Dot, SHIB, and Matic. Those are the ones I've seen the most. And it's going fast, so it's hard to tell. ICP, screw that. Qcoin, Qcoin. Yeah, you guys are fun. All right, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to read... This is what we're going to do. I'm going to read the super chats. I'm going to read the super chats. There's the poll. Vote for whichever one you want. And when I'm done reading the super chats, whatever has the most votes wins. There's the link. Okay. Let's see. Patrick Lebrun tipped €5. Tom Crown's definitely the most classy YouTuber ever. Hey. Hey. This guy put the BTC analysis in an elegant level. Your opinion short term. Wait. This guy put the BTC analysis to an elegant level. In your opinion short term on Bitcoin. Greetings from France. Well, shout out to France. Shout out to Mr. Pierre. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I tried. Short term, man. This is rough. This is rough short term. That bottom wick on the daily looks great. But we haven't really retaken any significant enough levels for me to feel super comfortable. At all. At all. You can see that really in this 12-hour, we've almost tested the daily open, but didn't quite. That's kind of what happened around the weekly, kind of what happened around the monthly. So we're not seeing it yet. We're not seeing it yet. I would love to tell you things look great, but I think we're still in price discovery. At least until the 618's broken here. So when we look at our fib retracement, you'll notice that 618 lines up pretty well with that weekly flip, that weekly from red to green candle line at 48.9 or 45.9. I think that's probably the level that I'm going to be looking for a little more confidence in this sell-off being over. A little more. We don't have it yet, and so, man, you guys know me. Okay, that's good. We got the spamming. I mean, I like the spamming. But instead of spamming, now click that link on Twitter and vote for what you want. That way I don't have to try to count or something. Yeah, it's knife status. You have that wick saying there's demand. People bought it. Push price back up, but you don't have the follow through yet, man. That's the only thing. I wish I had more. I think we're really going to find out shortly, though. I don't think that it's going to take very long. We already went over the targets for upside and downside, so I won't reiterate. Let's see. Let's see what was next. Mr. Chris Weems. I don't know if you're still here, man. How you doing, Chris Weems? Thanks for the $10. Appreciate you. How thoughts for direction on CRV? Not gonna lie, my friend. Nothing to do with CRV. Can't say I've looked at this chart specifically. All right. Okay. Looks better than Bitcoin. It looks this looks a little healthier than Bitcoin here. CRV yesterday's sell-off closed above the 200 moving average. Today traded below it, now back above it, struggling kind of with these past supports as resistance. That's looking more bullish than Bitcoin at this moment. For sure. For sure. Just being on top of the 200, that's nice. You do have resistance right here at 220. You do have support below you that looks like it has held. $1.77. You might be able to squeak out some kind of bullish divergence. Problem here is, guys, all the requests and stuff we're going to do today, no matter what really the charts show us, it's all just going to come back to corn, to the big old pop of corn. If Bitcoin takes a dump again, no matter what coin you're looking at, it's all going to go down in dollar value. Only stable coins are going to be green. So our analysis is going to be tricky. But I think really what we want to look at is, does this look better than Bitcoin? Right now it does. It's above the 200 daily. Closed above the 200 daily. We look at Bitcoin. What's up, Dallin son? Yo to you. Yo, yo, in fact, to you. Double yo. Where Bitcoin closed below. That's less strength. So CRV, my thoughts, at the moment, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Position maybe taken at 177 spot at support. That's a possibility. I'm gonna put a little alert there. This thing is definitely looking for some kind of retracement as it's retaken that level. Let's see where it's at. Hasn't quite hit the 0.5. Looks like the 100 daily moving average is at 285. There's a play to be made here. It's looking very much like it's going to want to come back and test. I mean, it hasn't even hit the 0.5, $2.52. I think you're going to see more upside. I think you're going to see 286. That's where it gets tricky. It's just like Bitcoin. I do expect some kind of back test to these moving averages we've lost, but it gets tricky if you get there and you don't keep moving, if you get rejected by them. That's going to be true for CRV as well. You can see it on the chart. Thankfully, Bitcoin showing some kind of desire to close above that daily 200. Thank goodness. But not doing too much moving here. Nice little test of support at 38.1. And you have this bullish golden cross here on the hourly, the 20 and the 50. But this is an ugly cross. I wouldn't put a lot of confidence in it. The 50 longer moving average is still trending down. Price is not really responding yet. So thank you for the 10, my friend. I don't even know if you're still here. But CRV, it's going to follow Bitcoin, but it does look at the moment to have a slight edge on Bitcoin. So thank you, thank you. Crypto Sharknado, the 50 to treat yourself and the lady. Appreciate you, brother. Josh Durham, I don't know why your thing didn't go off. It just said realm. That's all I heard. You know what? Let's play it again. All right, I don't understand. I legit don't understand why it doesn't play it. Anyway, love you, Josh. Thank you for the 10, my friend. Sharknado, looking at Not Gonna Lie, NLG, NGL. Haha. You requested that a little bit ago. Went bonkers. Well, dude, I can't say no to something that went bonkers. We don't have that many more super chats to go through today, guys. So make sure you voted. Put that link in there again. That Twitter link. Vote for what you guys want to see next. Nice. How long ago did we look at this, dude? TA respected AF. Whoa. Whoa, Nelly. This hadn't even hit 100. Or had it hit 100? We were looking for 100. Retraced all the way to a beautiful 51. Actually lower, more like 40, but daily's closing above. You're right. This chart looks great. Yeah, the right idea for show. Something that's not so awesome. You do have a higher high. You don't have a higher high in RSI, and your MACD is in the dirt. But you're making progress. This coin's making progress. Like, absolutely it is. It'd be hard to deny that there's definitely value sitting here. For sure there is. That was a 618 retrace, psychological 50, 51. And that bounce, it sells it, man. If NLG, looking for the daily. Actually, we have a new level because I haven't looked at this in a while. Looking for that daily, we're right here. Looking for a close above 90. If we close that above 90 today, things are looking extremely good for this coin. If it doesn't, not necessarily the end of this rally, but you will then be likely in this range between 78 and 90 for a while. With the market being this volatile, of course, everything's kind of out the window at the moment. But dude, this coin looks great. Well caught. Good eye, man. I'm gonna have to like go back and look at when we charted this out, because dude, look at this. I know it wasn't yesterday, and we were looking at 51 and 100. Nice, dude. Nice. And nicely done. Little golf clap for Mr. NATO here. Dallin just said, yo, back at you, bro. Adam Roberts, thank you for the 5 years. What do I think of the meme/Doge coins like Kishu? So, yeah, it's not a chart request, so I can take it. Here's what I think. Doge is an old coin. And when I say old, I mean that in a positive way. Doge has proven itself over time. It's a proof of work blockchain. Standalone. It's not a token. It's not on a different chain. That for a long time was range bound, broke out of that range this year, and its value against Bitcoin. I've made money off of it. I like Doge. I think Doge is a fine coin. I don't like anything once it gets super hyped, but Doge is good. I like Doge. The question is these other ones, the memes. the Kishu Inus, the, I don't know. Is there just a dog coin, just DOG dog? Someone should make that. My opinion on them is a little different, though. They aren't proof of work coins. They don't have their own blockchain. These are ERC20 tokens for the most part, just being snapped into existence and then sold off of the name. People are buying them because of the name, saying it's something like Doge. No, it's not. It's not a proof of work blockchain. Does that mean that you can't make money on it? No, of course not. Doesn't mean that. But what it does mean is at the end of the day, how did that not get placed right? Oh well. At the end of the day, they don't have any value. I am a firm believer that value in crypto is created by proof of work, and that it is also created by distribution of the asset. I'm not going to get into it. And those coins don't have any of them. It's someone just named an ERC20 token Doge 2, and now people buy them. And one person controlled the whole supply in the beginning. Just be careful. You can make money, but man, anything that is an ERC20 token that the full supply was snapped into existence, especially if it's new, is not something that you really want to get stuck holding at the end, because someone has all of the supply, and at some point they're going to come look to take that profit. Just be careful. I love you guys. You can invest in whatever you want. Just do it carefully. Do it with some thought. A lot of people are probably aren't aware, actually, that things like Shiba Inu, let's just pull it up. And dudes, I don't know. I don't have like a vendetta against it. I don't care. But this is a ERC20. It's on Etherscan. Contract number. Here we go. Where's this part? Circulating supply. I don't even know how many zeros. Half of the circulating supply versus max supply. This was just snapped into existence. Nobody invested. That's why I like proof of work. It doesn't guarantee value. Maybe it does, but I'm not going to make that claim. It doesn't guarantee it, but it is direct investment. It's direct. It's people supporting the network. This snapped into existence, and like where? Burn Wallet. So they snapped into existence a trillion bajillion of these, then burned half of them. Who cares? It doesn't make a difference. You might as well just have made it with half the total supply. It's just dangerous, man. Someone's gonna come collect that bill. Just don't be holding it when they collect that bill. That's my way more than I planned on saying opinion about that, but it's important. It's important. A lot of people aren't aware of, and not all coins are the same. What makes them better or worse? I mean, that is definitely part opinion, but I think anyone can agree that just copying and pasting code, giving yourself a ton of tokens, and then selling them to people probably doesn't produce a lot of value. I think that's where I'll end it. So, thank you, Mr. Adam Roberts. That was a good question. Lee Knight. Do I think Bitcoin will hit six figures this year? I do. I absolutely do. That was an easy one. I think it will hit six figures before the end of July. Quote me on it. July 21st. I don't care. Like that's what I legitimately think, but yeah, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's a really hard thing to predict. But that's my best guess. That's my hat in the ring. So there we go. We got through the requests, and now, as promised, I'm gonna give everyone like 2 more minutes here. 2 more minutes. I don't understand Twitter, man. I hate Twitter, but I don't know. It's like apparently necessary in the world to tweet. BS. I'm going to spam this link 1 or 2 more times. If you guys did not vote, vote for it now. Voting is about to close, and the winner is going to... We're going to do that chart. So go vote. Vote quick. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. JP just copped some STD. My friend, safe sex is the best sex. Protect yourself. You'll be okay, though, man. Happens to everybody. Okay. Voting is coming to a close in 3. Very, very slow countdown. 2. Even slower countdown. Alright, let's see what the totals are. Let's see. With 75 votes, not bad. We've never done this before. 75 people clicked that link and voted. Right on. You guys are the best. Hopefully you hit the like and subscribe buttons first. It looks like we literally have a tie. Wow. The first vote that we do, and we have a literal tie. 34.7 to 34.7. ADA and Matic. Guess we're doing both. What? What is going on with it? Like, it just won't... It just read only BTC. What? Van Marcus. Dude, my bad, Van Marcus. How did... I apologize. Somehow it didn't... I have no idea, dude. My apologies, for sure. I appreciate, man. I appreciate that. Why did I miss that one? Anyway. The reason I feel like it can't be the top is if it retraces 80% from the high, then we go below 20k. That's never happened. This is a valid point. That's absolutely part of some of my reasoning. The math there doesn't fit what we know. Does that mean it's impossible? Absolutely not. Of course, anything can happen. But it doesn't fit history. People love to say the past isn't predictive of the future. And I think those people are full of shit. Yeah, I never swear here. They're full of it, man. What else do we use as a reference then? That's like saying the only way that we can make any kind of predictions about the future is to know the future in a bubble. It doesn't make any sense. Certainly, the past doesn't, you know, dictate in the way that guarantees some kind of future. But why would you not try to use the past? I don't know. But I agree with you, brother. An 80% retrace would bring us to what? From 65 to 13. That would be below 20k. That would be unheard of for this type of, I don't know, this cycle. I don't think it's likely either. Like I said, I think 20,000 is unlikely to be tested, period. Below, I think the probability gets lower. But nobody knows. I appreciate you, man. Sorry for missing that. I don't know how. It just... This Streamlabs thing's been acting really strange. I got you, bro. I got you. Lee Knight. Oh, yeah, I already read that one. Vapor Smith. Thoughts on Lock. Was just put on CoinMarketCap. Turns ETH wallets into lottery tickets. Nice shirt. Thank you, sir. I got this from Theta. Makes me look like a pro gamer. It's one of my favorite shirts now. Think of LOCC. Let's do this. It's not on CoinGecko. It's not a good thing. Guess we have to do CoinMarketCap, which I've never really trusted CoinMarketCap, and then once Binance acquired them, I really don't trust them. Low Orbit Crypto Cannon. Well, here, I can say this with confidence, man. Dig the name. Cool name. Unique. Memorable. I won't forget Low Orbit Crypto Cannon, probably ever. Trading volume, rather low. Price change. It's been decently stable. Trading volume has dropped. Market cap, no data. Fully diluted market cap, don't care. Huh. Okay, this is why I haven't really heard of it. Only traded on Uniswap and 1inch. Man, that's a huge spread. $1,000 basically to $750, 25% spread. That's worrying to begin with. You combine that with low volume. This speaks nothing of the coin itself. I get rid of that. It doesn't speak towards the coin itself in any way. I don't really know anything about it. I don't like that spread. Trading condition for this seems bad at the moment. Just seems bad. Max supply 1,000. Okay. Total supply 968. Okay. Hey, the max supply is irrelevant. It just really, guys. Here's a little learning. And I'm even gonna stream mark this one because this is a valuable tip. Here's a little learning lesson. max supply, this is really important. Max supply is totally irrelevant in a bubble. For someone to make any judgment on a coin based on just the max supply, so saying it has 1 trillion coins, it's bad, or it only has 10 coins, it's good, it makes no sense. The only thing max supply does is dictate where the decimal goes in the value. The more zeros on max supply, the more zeros are going to be in front of the price. That's it. It's really just a trick. Like it seems to work really well, but it's just a trick, man. So 1,000 max supply here isn't a bad thing. A bajillion, trillion, zillion Shiba max supply isn't a good thing. They're both just where the decimal goes. That's a great learning lesson. I was going to get through these super chats and then do our poll winners. Maybe the results will have changed. I keep getting requests. Charismatic with the 10. Thank you, brother. Likelihood we drop down to 30. Verse hold around 37, 38. Sideways enough from here. Likelihood. It's hard to give it a bullish edge as we don't have anything on the chart yet. We have some kind of tertiary signs. That the wick on the bottom of the candle, hash ribbons, like we just looked at. Thank you, Greg D. We have some tertiary stuff, and we do have kind of, again, tertiary, I guess, these moving averages on the daily. We're so far away from them. It just beckons price to come test them. But does that happen before, do we go lower first? We don't know. I can't get, it's just going to be really difficult for me to give kind of any bullish edge there. We need to see something happen. So likelihood, man, it's going to be hard to move away from 50-50. I know that's a crappy answer. Usually I can do something better. But like I said, this is... Dude, what the... Alright, this is weird. There's something very weird about what happened with the sell-off, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Don't worry, guys, I haven't forgotten about the vote. By the way, I think there's still a few more minutes to vote, so you can still vote, change the outcome. This, you know what? I just noticed this. But this is actually really weird, and it lines up a lot with kind of what I've been thinking about this whole sell-off. On the hourly, look at the volume. You guys know I almost never use volume. I don't find it to be an everyday useful indicator. It's my own personal thing. On the hourly here, we see something interesting. We absolutely see increasing volume. The average is coming up. The heights don't really match up well, but the average is coming up. So we have increased volume. That's what we would expect on such a volatile move. Here's what's weird, and I literally just noticed this. That's why I'm putting everything else on pause. Look at that. What? I don't understand this. So look at these hourly candles. Most of the wick was in these two hourlies. That's 12 and 1300 yesterday, UTC time. Look at their corresponding volumes. What? This traded down 13%, then traded back up 20%. And look at this volume. That doesn't make any sense. What that says to me is there were really no orders there. This is, again, not a bearish or bullish thing. It's just very unusual. What actually just made me realize it is I looked, I popped on the volume. This hourly candle today, which was a move from 41.5, this is an 8% move that only moved back up like 3%, has like quadruple, no, 3 times the volume as this. That's very odd. I do not know what to make of that, but that's super strange. That is not usual. You can see back here, this much more mild sell-off. Look at that volume. That's what we would expect. Let me line it up. This is what we would expect. You see large price movement. There's a lot of pushing down, moving back up, pushing down, and corresponding lots of volume. Then we come over here, and it's almost as if it's just there's no volume. That is very weird. That's very odd. I guess that can be explained by this is Coinbase. Coinbase no longer represents like most of the crypto volume. And so I don't know, maybe Binance has a really high volume spike there. Maybe Huobi, maybe, you know, Bitstamp, maybe, I don't know. That's odd though. That's weird. What it really kind of tells me too is people weren't selling spot here. There were some, obviously, stop losses, etc., some selling, but not in a capitulating way like this. At least on Coinbase. And even this would arguably be more so. So that's odd. I just got totally tangented there. All right. Super chats. Cal J, what's up, my man? Any update on Seller? You know what, Meng? I was just saying how I didn't actually look at most of the charts, obviously, because, well, Bitcoin's been a little distracting. My life has been distracting. But let's pop up the Seller here for you for a second, because I remember that one. What has happened since? I remember this candle. Seller has weathered the storm actually really well. That's interesting. The two coins we looked at, CRV and CELR, both weathered this sell-off pretty decent. Certainly better than Bitcoin, as it's really not even lost its 100-day moving average. The 200-day way farther down, about 50% drop from where it is right now, untouched. Seller is following its price trajectory that it's been on much more tightly, it seems, than Bitcoin. The 18th looks like it rejected closing under the 100. It even had a little fake breakout here before selling off again, but that's a higher low. We have a higher low today. Dude, Seller's still looking decent. Remember last time I looked at this, we were thinking it was looking pretty good. What I really like here is this volume on the daily on this red candle, Leroy's.
I love you, Tom Crown.
My love, my brother. Thought you forgot about us, bro. I love you too, man. It's good to see you. I know you've been busy with, I was about to make a joke, but that would sound bad based on the premise. I think you know what I'm talking about. Enjoying your project you're working on right now. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for the very generous donation. Right on. I know you're doing all right. Guys, Gavin isn't freaking out. Gavin isn't panic selling. It probably means you shouldn't either. Just saying. Seller here, though, higher low. I like this volume on this selling candle. This was like a clear rejection of that downtrend. Got bought back up. And man, that stamped out. That had to have stamped out a bunch of the sellers. So I think CLER still looking good. Definitely looks more bullish than Bitcoin. It seems to be the trend right now. May 13th's low unbreached. I would be watching, though. I would be watching with the way this market's been in volatility. It may still come down and test the 200 daily. If you look at our retracement here, that lines up right now virtually perfectly with its 618. So really what that says is you might have a great opportunity to enter. Or you might just never see it. You might just keep going, go up to test that 10 cents. So thanks, Cal J. I wanted to... Hey, dude, you didn't even have to do that. You tip all the time, man. That's like for regulars. I just don't want to get spammed with $5, like, can you look at Hex for me? Over and over again. But I appreciate you, dude. And good choice on coins. You guys, that's one of the greatest things about streaming is sometimes you guys bring me just the spiciest stuff to look at that I wouldn't otherwise. Okay, we got through the super chats. Gavin dunked on everyone, per usual. Per usual. Trading View Index. You know, my chat's catching up again. JJ Son, good point, though. That's a great point, is exchanges went down here. So that could explain a low volume. That definitely could explain a low volume. For sure. Use the Trading View Index. Actually, I'm not familiar with what that is, and that might sound really dumb. But if it is what I think it is, it's going to be something that I've wanted for a very long time. One sec. Is it a cumulative... Is it a cumulative chart of Bitcoin where it averages together all the exchanges and all their volumes? That would be so exciting. Market cap, BTC. Do you have a ticker on that? Who knows the ticker for it? Actually, I probably might be able to figure it out. But if anyone knows the ticker for that, let me... Smarty man, did liquidation show up as volume? Hey, that's actually an interesting question too. The answer would be, well, liquidations aren't actually volume. Well, they wouldn't be on, say, Coinbase, because they're traded contracts, not Bitcoin. So they would be volume, yes, but they would be contract volume. Interesting. Interesting conundrum there. Index. Bitcoin dollar index. That's on BitMEX. I don't want that crap. It doesn't seem like there's anything by TradingView. Index BTC. I'll try it. I've never tried it. Is this it? This isn't it. Bitcoin market cap? Perhaps. The problem is Bitcoin market cap, the volume is very funky on this. It always has been. It's like very steady no matter what. Huh. BTC index didn't work though. Okay, let's see the results of that poll. Did we break the tie? I swear to F if you guys tied it again. Okay, looks like ADA squeaks out the win here. Final results. ADA squeaks it out, so we're going to take a look at ADA, which is a good one because it's actually looking pretty decent, at least from my memory. So let's pop on the Cardano ADA chart. See what's going on. Our trade got stopped out. Womp. That's okay. Lots of trades got stopped out. Interesting, interesting. This is calculated. I'm going to actually look at ADA BTC first because I want to see, did it perform the same as Bitcoin? Did it perform better? Awesome. So first thing pops out. You've hit the untested support. 3,200 sats. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. This was untested. Now it's tested. You see clearly there was buying there. Pushed back up above even our next target. Nice. Look at that RSI. Holy. You got bullish divergence there. I don't know what time frame, but it's pretty obvious it's going to be there. Consolidated. Done. 12-hour 12-hour rolling over just a wee bit. 4-hour did, of course. Dude, ADA looking kind of prime. Maybe a little prime. I think we need to look at the weekly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Just shy of weekly bearish engulf. That is some buying power, man. That is a back test to that weekly. Yeah, I like the way this looks. Momentum, good. Momentum's great. RSI is great. Dude, ADA, last time we looked at it, we were looking for upside targets. 5,200 sats, that's your last monthly resistance. This is looking like it kind of did its little back test to make that move. We may see it consolidate in this range between 52 to 42, I suppose. We can see that happened, 2 months in a row here, March, April last year? Oh, this year, man, I'm tired. April, March of this year. We may see consolidation like that again, but dudes, you're looking for that all-time high test. By the end of this crypto bull run, man, ADA, I think, I don't say this about all the coins, but I think it's very probable to set a new BTC pair all-time high, which is extremely exciting. I don't know how far away that will be. We do have 11 days left in this month. We're looking to close this monthly above the previous monthly resistance, 3650. We only have one more. When you close above that last one, all-time highs are in sight. And man, when you break all-time highs, you're looking You're looking at some insane growth when you break your all-time highs there. So let's look at it in dollar pair here for a moment. Here we go. While it's loading, I don't know why it's loading so slow. There we go. Nope. Too late. Either way, hit that like button for the new stream if you haven't yet, guys. 300 likes, almost 500 watching. Those are damn good numbers. We should be proud, but we can do better. Dude, what's going on? I bet we're dropping frames. Son of a bee. No, we're not. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Smash that like button, subscribe, get in the Discord, check out Patreon, all the other shills. Here we go, though. ADA, man. Looks great. I know I've said this about the last 3 coins. I know. You're thinking I just say that about everything. That's not true. This looks really solid. $1.40 was this resistance that we consolidated under from March until early May. In this sell-off, yes, it was breached. However, the daily candle refused to close below it despite trading all the way back to $1. Closed back above that 140 mark. That's strength. That is strength. So you put in a higher high, you back to, dang, dude. ADA, why can't Bitcoin look like this? WTF. I wish RSI was higher. You're flirting with bearish divergence because February's RSI high. But, man, without closing a candle below $1.40, this thing looks like a beast. That's a pretty deep swing low on VWAP. Dude, ADA looks so bullish. Bitcoin right now is just struggling to close back above the 200 daily. ADA, it closed above the 50 yesterday. Now was going back to close above the 20 with 2 hours left. Wild. Wild. Congrats, patrons. So that ADA was one of our recommended coins last month while it was consolidating. This is why. This is what you want to look for, ladies and gentlemen. In a bull run, this is what you want to look for. Long consolidating, range trading. Everyone gets bored of it. No one's watching it anymore. You look for this because you have an easily defined stop loss. You could have just taken the lowest point. Easily defined stop loss. You're building support by consolidating, by trading sideways that whole time. Hype dies down. And dudes, this was just free monies for the patrons. Congrats. This chart is awesome. This is the chart of the day. I have a feeling this is going to be the chart of the day. The even better part, man, just keeps getting better. Just keeps getting better. The even better part, and this applies to Bitcoin too, along with everything. ADA bounced its 20 weekly. Of course it did, because now it's above its 20 daily. Bullish. You have a new resistance, $2.30 on the weekly. You close above that. Here's what's great. Bitcoin shares this, shows everything else. Everything that saw these violent wicks, these violent sell-offs, because some coins like CELR didn't really move. That pullback, as we've said before, that bow string, you're pulling the bow back. And that gives the arrow more strength. Our measured move targets get higher and higher. Sharp sell-offs, they seem scary. In the moment, they seem scary, especially. But in reality, what they do is they bring up our targets, our upside targets. Just looking at this local retracement level now, our measured move would be $4.33, upside of maybe even 6 to our 2 Fibonacci extension. If we look at the macro here on ADA, you guys might remember in the last stream, we were doing moon targets. We were looking for like a $20 ADA. I don't even know. Our measured move, though, of our macro, sitting just below what we're seeing here now, 850. These are some insane upside targets, man. For something as big as Cardano, as big as market cap, as big a market cap as Cardano. These are wild. That strength I'm jealous of. Legit jealous of the strength that ADA showed here. So great request. Good votes, guys. Very good votes. Brave New Coin BTC Index. What's up, Charismatic? Yeah, Brave New Coin. I actually did have BLX up earlier. I don't know where. Here it is. I had BLX up. What was it that you wanted me to look at on BLX then? Because there's something about... Or no, it was volume. But I don't think BLX does volume right either. It's really weird, guys, because we all look at... All right, so we're all looking at exchanges, right? We're all kind of looking at whatever exchange we use. Nice. Nice. Actually, Charismatic, you get a golden star. Well done. Gold star for you. Because we do see the volume here. I didn't know if this is an aggregation or not. It does lag behind. Doesn't have short time frames. But if this is an aggregation of volume across exchanges, that was the point I was slowly getting to. I look at Coinbase. And so when I look at volume on Coinbase, or I look at the price or the moving averages or anything, I'm just looking at what Coinbase has done. In theory, and I guess this is in practice proof here, is Coinbase can have almost no volume on a move. And we would think, wow, that's so weird. Why is there no volume? And the answer is, well, there's just volume elsewhere. Clearly, if BLX is reporting correctly, this is way more what I was looking for. This is capitulation volume. This is what we wanted. This is higher volume than the first sell-off here in January, yeah. Let me see. The only higher volume candle, you guessed it, March 2020. That's awesome. I need to look into BLX. I use BLX as a chart a lot. But I have never looked into the mechanics of it. Like, who is keeping this data and how are they doing it? I have no idea.
The psychology of taking profits is difficult. It's like I have to think in reverse. Think I should sell. Buy. Think I should HODL. Sell.
Dude, it is, Tom. It is counterintuitive. That's what I like to say. Counterintuitive. Whenever everyone is doing one thing, the other thing is always the answer. Right? You know, dude, Charismatic, you get the golden star here, man. This chart looks infinitely better. Oh, wow. This gets me a little excited. This looks infinitely better than Coinbase. So not only is this a daily support.
BTC USD under all not crypto halfway down the page has all time frames.
Under all, not crypto. I'll check that out, William Klein. Thank you, my man. I'll check that out. But let me go on. Actually, I'm going to stream mark this. So this will be now my updated answer that we've discovered since the beginning of this episode. How I feel. I feel looking at BLX right here, right now, we do have an edge at the bulls. We have an edge for the bulls here. Why? We have huge volume. We didn't see this on Coinbase and other exchanges, I guess. Someone pointed out here. Let me shout them out. No, where did it go? I wanted to shout them out, but now I'm wasting too much time. Somebody did. I love you, brother. That a lot of exchanges went down at the lowest points of those exchanges, or at the lowest point in price at 30,000 like Coinbase. And I was saying, man, that's weird. There's no volume. And then thankfully someone reminded me of BLX, which I had the chart up, but forgot. And we can see it. This is way more clear here on BLX. We have the second highest daily volume candle base. Let's just say this is the highest daily volume candle since March 2020. Boom. Highest volume candle in the run. That's what I wanted to see on Coinbase, so it was weird not to see it. That is capitulation type volume. Edge 1. Edge 2. It is actually at a daily support on BLX. That is so good to see. And it's not that I'm guaranteeing up, though now I feel much more confident in saying I believe we see a retracement back to the 0.5 or 618 levels. I feel much more confident saying that we will see these before lower now, simply because we have a daily support and the volume. Doesn't mean that we have to go explore new highs right away, but that technically makes so much more sense. Man, I need some water. Makes so much more sense than the gibberish we were seeing here. Like, we do have the daily support there, but just we don't have that volume. Like, January sellout volume was higher. That is a deceptive chart. That is deceptive. This is Coinbase, and I think whoever suggested it's right. I think it is related to going down. Can't register volume. Well, you can actually. You can technically still register volume while trading is down. Because trading is still technically up, you're just not able to do it. So really only limit orders and stop losses. Anyway, I won't go into it. That volume there is confidence building. Confidence building. Does not guarantee we just moon, unfortunately, but it does make our retracement levels much more likely, much more probable. In fact, much stronger bets. If you were here in the beginning of the episode, we were talking about potential short targets based off of our retracements, and they're looking pretty solid. I think that this is the area I would look. Right around there. Stop it at the high. I might try to make that play. But thank God I looked at BLX. That volume makes me feel way better. Way better. This price action doesn't, though, man. This is some janky price action. Janky danky. William Klein, we'll look at that for you. Well, I mean, we weren't even really looking at something, but I will look at what you were saying. So BTC under all. Okay. BTC USD under all. About halfway down. Oh, Bitcoin. I've never seen this. Wow. You learned something new. Thank you, William Klein. You also get a gold star. You got the volume here. It's lower, though. I need to look this up. After the show, I'm going to look this up. How is BLX calculated, and why is the volume different? Because here it doesn't look as much like capitulation volume now. It was much closer to March's. I don't know. Good eye, though. I've literally never looked at the Bitcoin US dollar index here on TradingView. I've always used BLX or an exchange. Cool. Cuckoo. Brothers Grimm Show. I didn't see your super chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Sensei. I am no sensei, man. 465 viewing. 333 likes. Not bad. Did you remember to subscribe, though? That's the trick. Nonsense Diamond. What's up, man? We got a check mark. This is YouTube celebrity. Nonsense Diamond. Welcome, my friend. Nonsense Diamond hands. I get it. Cardano will shock the world. Dude, then you'll love what I just said about Cardano. By the way, guys, I don't think DVR is enabled on this stream right now. However, I know. Maria, I'm ahead of you. However, I did timestamp the TA. And when we're done streaming, those timestamps will be on the stream. You'll be able to easily locate all the coins we looked at today. Making it easier. Nonsense. Did you see my target? Did you see my target for the old ADA? I think you'll like that, man. By end of run, looking for $8, upside $20. I have an imposter in chat. Vesemir took care of it. By the way, guys, I don't have WhatsApp. I'm never going to ask you to send me money. I'm never going to ask you to send me Bitcoin. You're welcome to, but I'm never going to ask. I don't have WhatsApp. I'm not going to give out my phone number, so all of these, there's tons of these fake accounts that just take my name and my picture and try to get people to send them money. It's a scam. It's not me. It's not me. You know what? Let's take a look. We'll take a look at Matic, because that was number 2. We'll take a look at it. Taking a look at the Matics. Bitcoin pair suffered a little bit yesterday, but it saw some good buying response, so that is a plus. Just warming up into this chart. Matic really far away from its Bitcoin paired 20 daily moving average. I think that was kind of obvious. Well, last time we looked at Matic, we were looking for a retracement. Despite its bullishness, but wow, does this just make it, in my opinion, like even more bullish. Similar to ADA, that wick brought it down. Wow, Matic looks amazing. Now we brought it back down to its consolidating point at $1. Wait, did it hit the same value? They both went to $1? That's wild. They both back-tested their consolidated range that they hadn't back-tested yet. Found buyers, closed back above. Wow. Now we get a new measured move. Who's ready for moon targets? Because we have a new swing high and a new swing low, we can speculate where we might look. Our 1618 Fibonacci extension sitting at $5.50. I'd probably call that just about 5 for good measure, psychological. In our measured move, $8.13. These are some these are some targets, my friends. That's the beauty of those sharp pullbacks. Weak hands fold, stop losses hit, market drives it higher. That is nice. Clearly bounced its 20 daily as well. So another coin looking more bullish than Bitcoin. 20 weekly, way below, down at 50 cents. RSI is good on the weekly for Matic. It's going to look like so is MACD. Matic looking very bully. No issues on your RSI highs. Beautiful. Matic looks great. Dude, these bounces, man. The technical level that you see in crypto sometimes is beautiful. Dude, to see ADA do this and Matic do this, it's just beautiful. Like, it's clean. Like, that was a huge violent sell-off. It felt chaotic. Yet it was so ordered. It just came right back. Just right back to support. Right back to its consolidated range. Bounced. You're going to struggle to get back above 250, but once you do, man, $5. This could take a while. It's likely going to be dependent on Bitcoin. But we got our retracement. That's what we were looking for. I didn't think we'd hit $1, but we got our retracement. Now we're looking for a measured move. ADA and Matic shining. If only Bitcoin would catch up, get with the program. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. What's up, Dennis Beasley? One more drop, higher, low, I'll feel better. All right. What are you saying about BTC? Oh, BTC, BTC, BTC. Bitcoin is a toss of the dice. I am liking now that I see extreme volume did happen yesterday, according to BLX. That's capitulate, a word I just made up. Capitulation referring to when all sellers in a market that are willing to sell or looking to sell have done so. Typically, that's characterized by a violent, sharp drop with high volume. That's what we saw. We didn't see the capitulation kind of explosive response. However, that's not actually required. Buyers aren't really involved in that equation in the same way. Here's what I'm looking for. This is the hopium right now. This is the hopium. This is what we're hoping Bitcoin is painting. Flat-topped, bullishy triangle. 38.1 has to hold. 42.8 potentially tested multiple times, weakening as resistance. And then we get, hopefully, our measured move to the upside, looking to retake the weekly and hopefully even the monthly levels. But we just don't have it yet. We don't have it yet. Two Mars, what's up, dudes? Mana. Ty Deuce, what's up, man? No bots, no DVR. Josh, I feel like every time I say something, then you ask me the same question like 5 minutes later. I love you, but I feel like, I don't know if you do it intentionally or not. I have no idea. You know, I didn't want to do Shiba, but I've never looked at the chart, I don't think. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. Let's see. Shiba. I have. We'll take a look at Shiba really quick. Not going to put a lot into it. There's not enough chart history to do much with. Really not enough to do anything with. Can't really TA this, but what we can do is we can take our Fibonacci tool and say if the bottom, man, I need water. If the low is in, which we don't know, I don't even know how many zeros that is. 6. If this is the low, we will look for a return to the 0.5. Where is that? Right here. We will also look for a return to the 618. So that would be, that is a 3-4x from where it is, or 3-4x from the lowest point. We really don't have anything else, man. No divergence. On the 4 hour, though, you do have selling momentum has finally exhausted according to MACD, but we don't see price responding. So something doesn't sit right with me on that one. No bullish divergence here either. Are we gonna get any? This level looks pretty good. A return to quad zeros 22. Will that happen now? Don't know. That's assuming the bottom is in. We don't have any rhyme or reason yet to assume the bottom is in. This consolidation looks very similar to the consolidation previous. This is a knife, boys. This is a knife. You guys are welcome to love this coin. You're welcome to. We're all team crypto. Don't matter. I would never buy this coin, though, personally. I would, and I have bought Doge. I was actually a big supporter of Doge long before anybody like Elon Musk was gibbering about it. Long before. But Shiba's not Doge. Shiba, ERC20 token, created out of air. I hate when people use that term for crypto, but literally, ERC20 tokens are just poofed. It's not proof of work. Doge is proof of work. I like Doge. I mean, it's like someone created this coin with virtually no cost. Yes, they had to pay gas fees to like get the contracts, okay, but virtually no cost. So it makes sense that price would go down. There is no cost to these coins. So somebody can sell them at any price and be profitable. People are buying them from someone who paid nothing. That's why I'm never really confident in airdrops or in forks, because there's no cost. When there's no cost, and time can be a cost. Holding, over time, that can, like, proof of stake doesn't have to have proof of work. Over time, there's value to that network, but there's no network here. There's just an ERC20 token that somebody poofed into existence. Be very careful. And for the last time, doesn't mean you can't make money on it. Certainly doesn't. But these are the levels I'd be looking for if the bottom's in. Quad 0.22, quad 0.26. If you break that, here's your moon math. We'll get your moon math here for Sheebs too. We're in a moon math zone. We'll just apply the same thing we do. Maybe looking for a 10x. I can say that with some confidence. If it can retake its earliest high, earliest traded high, we can look to the quad 0.66 area. There we go. Will this happen? I don't know, because is this the bottom? We don't know. And can it even get back above its 5 and 618 retraces? There's so many questions here. There certainly is a descending trend that we see. We just don't have any edge to say it's looking to move, honestly, in any direction but down. And we only are saying that because literally that's all it's done. So best of luck, my dudes. Best of luck. Bitcoin has done nothing. Thanks, Bitcoin. Thanks for doing nothing. But you know what? Thank you to all 420 Blaze It viewers out there. We peaked at about 700 today. Not bad. Not the biggest show, not the smallest show. But it's good to be back, guys. This live stream will be uploaded, obviously, like it always is, right after, with timestamps. You can just click them, find where, what coin, whatever you wanted to look at, what rant. And that'll be nice. But we're back. You can see in the beginning of the episode, I kind of explained to everybody what's been going on with me. I haven't been hiding from price action. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on. But that stuff is finally resolved. Finally. Now I just got to catch up with all the patrons. And then we're going to be good to rock and roll. So fam, I hate to do it, but I don't hate to do it. I love you guys. Tune in again tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow, and I hope you're here tomorrow. Yes, you. Out there, you. I hope you're here. Join us in the Discord, links in the chat. Check out the links in the video, or in the video description below. Check them out. My social medias are there. Useful crypto links. And check out the Patreon after the stream. Look for those timestamps. I will see you guys in the Discord. Crown out.